Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. I'm Michelle and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the personal development content that comes on this channel and that really is on here. Now, if this is your first time watching on my channel, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And if you've liked any of these videos and if this is definitely a video that you would like to hear a little bit more further, please do give it a thumbs up if it helps you a lot. So I did tell you guys a few days ago that I will be doing a video where I'm sharing with you guys how to actually run a side hustle YouTube channel, basically a YouTube channel that is progressing. I did a video when I shared with you guys how to actually start a YouTube channel and the top 3 things that you need to start. Now on today's video, we are going to be talking about now running a progressive channel that already is getting the numbers, that already is getting the development that it needs, and what are the things you need to look out for. So one of the things that I said on my side hustle video was that YouTube can definitely be another source of income, practically meaning that it can be a side hustle. Now, when you run your YouTube channel as a side hustle, you need to realize that it's as good as actually running a small business. And depending on whether or not you've got, business knowledge or whether or not you've run a business before, this is definitely a business you run a little bit more differently, but still be able to apply the same principles. So today I'm going to be taking you guys through that. But more than anything, the top equipment and the top things that you actually need to progress and to start and how you would be able to manage those things. Now, when you start a YouTube channel, the biggest thing that you are doing is basically wanting to start. You just want to get all your work and every single thing that you do out there. You don't need to be worried about lighting. You don't need to be worried about camera. You don't need to be worried about a lot of things like we said in the previous video. But as your YouTube channel progress, which is where I believe my YouTube channel is right now, you definitely need to start applying and you definitely need to start investing in a number of things that would be able to up your quality a little bit more and help you slightly a little bit more further. Now, I shared with you guys also a few months ago that I only got my camera literally when I was over 3,000 subscribers, and I thought that it was really the time the channel was getting the momentum that it needs. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys that you actually need to progress your channel a little bit more further is a camera, or good quality camera. I know that there's a lot of cameras that are sold out there, but the best thing for me was really to read a couple of reviews on the internet and also see people in South Africa, like the creators in South Africa, what are they buying? Because sometimes it's different when you are looking at like the US YouTube channels and how things are. The weather's a bit more different there. The lighting is a bit more different. I know a lot of YouTubers that are quite big and established and that use natural lighting and it works perfectly. And I know some people that are in places that doesn't get enough or rather proper natural lighting, so they have to depend on lighting more than anything. However, the first thing that you need to get is a good quality camera. Now, good quality camera can cost you anything between 4,000 Rand to 10,000 Rand. So we're going to benchmark that possibly at about 10,000 Rand. When I got the EOS M50, it was for 10,000 Rand. There are quite a number of cameras. There's like the M10 that I think is relatively between 4,000 to 6,000 Rand in that range, but it just depends where you want to go. My biggest thing when getting a camera was I didn't want to get a camera that I'd have to upgrade tomorrow or have to upgrade by the end of the year, but I want to get something that's going to last me quite a long time so that I can invest on the other aspects of my business, which is the YouTube channel on its own. So that's definitely one thing you need to look at. But as we progress within the video, I really want you to be very aware of the costs and what it actually takes to be running this. So note all of these costs down and we're definitely going to calculate them towards the end. Number 2 is your lighting. Your lighting, you can definitely use natural lighting, but as you go for this, sometimes if it is a side hustle during the day, you are at work, and when you get home a little bit more later, that's when you want to start putting out content. So possibly that's when you might need a ring light for starters if you want to go that route, or you might need studio lights. What I have personally, which is what I use right now, is a ring light, and it's worked perfectly for me. Do I want to upgrade? Definitely, but I don't think possibly right now at this very moment with everything that's happening around the world is the right time, but I will definitely be using my ring light for a long time. So your budget for a ring light is really anything between 2,000 to 3,000 Rand, depending on where you buy it. Another thing that you need to realize when you are literally running your side hustle, you need to make sure that number 1, you get quality stuff, but make sure that they are super affordable, because sometimes you can get something that is super expensive and not know how to use it, and it still won't give you that effect. Like when I bought my camera, I really couldn't use it in the beginning the way that I thought I would be able to use it, mainly because I didn't understand the functions. And I think I literally carried on for like a month further taking content with my phone while I was still trying to figure out my camera, while I was still also trying to figure out how do I make sure that my settings are favorable. And it's still a journey really that I'm going through, and that, like lenses and all those things, you will learn those things as you go, but make sure that the things that you are getting are affordable. You don't want to spend 80,000 Rand on big things that you won't be able to use. So right now, let's just say we're sitting at about 13,000 Rand. That's a 10,000 Rand for the camera, and that's a 3,000 Rand for the ring light. I got my ring light at China Mall. I don't even remember the store, but for me, that was a lot more affordable at that time, and I couldn't afford the ones that get shipped and whatever the case is, and it's worked perfectly fine for me to progress with my channel. Number 3 is a mic. It is really important. I really never realized the importance of it until I actually started using it. Somebody that actually helped me quite a lot with this was Wongai, because I was struggling with my mic for a long time, and I really didn't know how to use it. Again, I bought this thing and I thought I knew how to use it. I read everything and didn't know how to use it, so I got a little bit more help. But a mic is definitely something you need to start investing in. Now what I have is a lapel mic, which is I don't know if I can show you guys as I'm filming, but I'll insert a picture here for you guys to see. So this is what it really looks like. It's a lapel mic, and I connect it like over here to my shirt, so it's just a little bit more easier to use for my channel. And I got it on Takealot, super affordable. I think I got it for like 200 and something, like 240, 260 or some odd number. I'm going to insert it here and the link down here as well, but that was so cheap and it works perfectly. It's so much easier than me trying to scream so the camera can hear me. I am generally a person that speaks quite loud, but this kind of helps me a little bit more because I can relax. I don't have to be screaming, I don't have to be upbeat, but I can really relax and have proper conversations with you guys. So this is definitely something that you need. So as you're progressing with this channel, you obviously are seeing that the costs are literally progressing bit by bit, and we're possibly sitting at about 13,260 for an example, but I'm going to put all the figures here that are going to be correct. And you realize that is only now you filming the content. You haven't gotten to editing, you haven't gotten to your publishing, your thumbnails, whatever the case is. Now let's get into that. With editing your videos, you definitely do need an editing software. In a previous video, I shared with you guys an editing software that would be able to help you, especially if you're using things through your phone. But by the time you get a camera, you possibly need to have a laptop or some sort of PC that you would be able to edit your videos onto, which is a little bit more better, and you can start working on different sound effects. That means that you need a professional video editor that you can use to literally up your videos a little bit, put music in the background, which is something that a lot of you guys have noticed that I do. I don't do a lot of hectic sound effects, but I think I'm really starting to kind of learn my way around that. And for you to be able to do that, you need a software that enables you to do that. So for a lot of people that have MacBooks, they normally use iMovie and it comes for free, which is good. So if you've got a MacBook, definitely something you need to get into. But I do not have one at the moment, and what I use through my Windows laptop is Adobe Premeir Pro, and that is what I use. So with Adobe Premeir Pro, you have to pay a monthly fee to make sure that you're able to use it. And that monthly fee, guys, remember, is something that you need to pay out of your pocket, which means that it's going to add up to the costs that we are constantly talking about. But I got the entry-level one, which is a lot more easier. I find a lot more better to use, and it's slightly a little bit more quicker. A lot of people will also normally use Filmora, the paid version, mainly because it's a once-off license and you don't have to pay it on a monthly basis. And some people will also use Final Cut Pro, and that is only for people that have Apple PCs. Again, it's also beautiful. Actually, that is my ultimate dream. That is something that I definitely want to use because I've seen the edits, I've seen their features, I've seen how they have a little bit more developed transitions and whatever the case is, and I think that it's really it definitely does give your videos a little bit of more juice. You can do a lot of color correcting, and definitely where I want to go, definitely my goal. So those are really different options that you need to look at, but there's definitely costs tied to that. And now those are now monthly costs that you are getting into. And then you have to go through the graphics. The graphics sometimes are your thumbnail, particularly for a number of people. Otherwise, people will put like a word. Sometimes I do a little bit of wording that I will put onto my videos and make it a PNG, make it a little bit more clear on the back so that it kind of looks nice on there. For you to get those special features, you need to use Canva. Now, a lot of people use Canva, the free version, which is absolutely amazing. It does the trick. For me, I found that the more things I wanted to do, the free version of Canva wasn't catering for me, so I had to do the paid version. Again, that's a monthly cost that is also added onto every single thing that I am doing. And there's also another app that is actually also free. It's called Phonto or Phonto. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm also going to leave that link below so you can check it out. So you can make a number of thumbnails and you can make quite a lot of these cool things. definitely for free. I don't personally like using it because I don't think I understand it. So I'm just going to stick to Canva because I really do believe that always gives me templates, and it's got a lot more features that I think are a lot more easier to use for somebody who's not too brilliant with doing graphic work. Now, you know, YouTube has copyright rules. That means that you definitely cannot use anybody else's music onto your videos. Otherwise, your videos are going to get flagged. And so you need to make sure that you use the free music that they actually give to you. However, there are different sites that make you pay a monthly amount for you to be able to use really, really, really cool music. And that is super amazing. Again, for me, it is definitely a goal I want to get into. So again, that is another monthly thing that you need to, a monthly cost definitely that you need to start looking into. At the moment, I am using the free one that YouTube has. So YouTube with music, they've got a free tab where they give you really nice cool beats. Great, those still work, but the ultimate goal is to get the really cool music. Some of them are actually covers of songs that are really cool, but you can use them for free. But once you get to that level as a progressing channel, which is something that I'm also now starting to get into, that's another cost that is added towards my monthly costs. And then it's the data, the fiber. With a lot of things that are happening around the world right now, we are stuck and confined in our homes. We are staying at home safe, meaning that I can't go to any other place to upload my content onto my YouTube channel, meaning that if I didn't have fiber before, now is the perfect time to get it. So if you didn't have enough data, whatever the case is, now it would be the time to do it. Normally, because with YouTube we work from home, and as you progress, it is important for you to start having a stable connection at home so that your videos can be uploaded faster. You can check your analytics, you can actually work through, you know, the board that they give you and every single thing that you need to look at. So that's also another cost that you need to be looking at. Your fiber, your data, whatever it is, whatever you actually prefer to use is still a cost for you to actually start implementing so that you are a lot more functional with what you want to. And then number 6, which is the last one, possibly the small one, is outfits. This is something, guys, I really didn't realize was like such a big thing. I think until now my channel is progressing. You realize that as you do your YouTube channel, you at some point do run out of clothes and you start repeating the clothes that you were wearing a few weeks ago, right? And none of us really enjoy that, but you need to realize that because, like, for instance, if you are doing 3 videos a week, those are 3 different outfits. And I know we don't dress up in full, or possibly some of us, but literally the top, you only have a fair share amount of clothes to wear until you have to start repeating them again. So that's something you now need to invest in. For me, it's been super beneficial to actually invest in that, mainly because I also am a television show host, for those that do not know, and on TV we have to wear certain outfits, so it actually pushes me to buy a little bit more clothes. But that is also a cost, because now I'm not just buying clothes because I just want to look pretty, but now I'm also buying clothes because I know that I want to be able to take content, I want to be able to take pictures, I want to be able to do all of these things, to go to events and be able to speak based on the content that I'm uploading on my YouTube channels and whatever the case is. But more than anything, it is also a cost that I need to be super conscious about. So all these 6 things that I shared with you guys are definitely costs that you need to start preparing for, especially if you have a channel that is progressing, if you're moving, if you possibly have been monetized right now and you're looking in a way to making a little bit more money and to up your content a little bit. But one of the things I'm also realizing is that the more you are working on your content and the more you're investing in your content to actually be a lot more better, you will actually get your return on investment. The money will come in, and it's so important for you to actually be able to up it, because then people start seeing the worth, people start seeing the development. It's really difficult to support somebody you've seen be the same person 2 years ago, same quality, and they're still not improving, but their numbers are going up and you can see that they are moving. So really kind of move with the times and move with where your brand is, but do not pressurize yourself to get to this point. If you are a person that hasn't started and you've got the finances to invest in these things that I said, why not? Go ahead and do it if you've got the money. But for quite a number of people, they don't have the finances to do that, and they can refer to the video that I did a few days ago to actually kickstart. But if you have kickstarted, you are getting momentum, you are really going ahead to do it, this is definitely the video you need to watch, and you need to start applying all this advice and all these things that I shared with you so that you can run your channel like a boss. So with all of that said, you realize that there is like monthly costs to this business of YouTube. You realize that there is yearly costs to this business of YouTube, and you really need to start managing your finances properly because you are running this like a business. So I just wanted to open up your eyes to how expensive, or rather, let's say a little bit more costly, running a YouTube channel can be sometimes, especially if you are developing. I know that there's a lot of YouTubers that are spending a lot more than that, and that have a lot more greater content, they have a lot more greater equipment and whatever the case is, and that's still okay. I think at some point we'll all get there, but it is a business, it is a big business that a lot of people need to start investing in, and if you're one of those people, you need to start investing in those things. So with all of that said, I hope that you did enjoy this video, and I hope that it did give you a little bit of insight in terms of what it is that you need to do and how you need to move forward in terms of your progressive YouTube channel. If you liked this video, do give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what else you need to be doing, but you need to subscribe to this channel right now, because on this community, we'll make sure that we help each other grow, take action, and discover our purpose. So I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned actually till the end of the video, if you are still watching it right now. Actually, if you are watching till the end of this video, if you've stuck through the entire video to watch it to this time, I'm only going to do this for the first hour that this video is published. So if you do this when the video obviously has passed the hour point, unfortunately I won't be able to cater to you. However, if this is within the first hour of this video being published and you are watching right until the end, I want you to type MISH 2020, right? So MICH 2020, right? So make sure you do follow me on Instagram, and then DM me Mish 2020 on Instagram, and I'm going to ask for your number or possibly your details. I'll actually probably video call you on Instagram, and I'm going to give you 10 minutes of my time where you can ask me any personal questions at all, as far as helping you grow and helping you whatever it is that you've always wanted to do. So if you want to start a project, if you've needed help or advice on anything with your business or your purpose, whatever the case is, I am going to give you 10 minutes of my time to actually do that within the first hour that I release this video. So make sure you do that as soon as possible. I love you so much, and have yourself an awesome one. Mwah!